It's a special Saturday night edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway from Houston. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Cardinals take
so out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins.
I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
At the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Haskins. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From midfield now, Haskins looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hartman. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Complete to number 18. No gain on the play.
They run the counter. Felton.
At the 50-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Catch made, it's Moreau. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Complete to Foster Moreau. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Haskins.
35-yard line.
And that'll be complete to Dillon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Haskins going to throw again. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Dillon. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
And Watkins, you see him there, still down and slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Lock working out of the gun. Caught on the right side by Jones. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory.
Complete to number 81.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Lock gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lock. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Feels up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, this from 39. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
Eagles 3, Cardinals nothing.
So they'll likely get a few more drives before we see the second team, but a good start for the first unit with 3 points.
Yeah, good start, and now they want to see them build on it because you're exactly right. They'll get a few more drives at this stage of the preseason. Can they continue to evolve and add to what we just saw in the first drive?
22-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And on that last drive, Went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Haskins. His throw incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Haskins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun snap to Lock. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They hand off to their big tight end. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and
on the ground, McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
McCaffrey. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
From the 27, Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Haskins will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now, and with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On the pickup.
From the 40 now on second down. Lock. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete.
Throwing his Lock on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
That keeps the score.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. But the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Haskins.
5-yard line.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Christian McCaffrey on the carry.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now
McCaffrey on the counter. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Into the red zone, it's Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Samuel, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Lock will try again on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
He was brought down.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Operating from the gun. Block. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Block. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone.
As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott.
9-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will make our score 9-0.
9. Cardinals, nothing.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
20-yard line.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Taken down.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Haskins. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 38, Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
From the gun, Locke. And Jones has it over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Just shy of midfield. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Here's Locke. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And it's third down.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now Locke again. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Locke. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Again, they'll throw with Locke.
First down.
That's to McCaffrey, complete.
Locke's pass.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Elliott is good.
The kick.
And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0.
Eagles 12. Cardinals nothing.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Well, a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. We've got 2 more after this one, and then we get it all started, as we normally do, on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
To throw on second down, Ahora. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And 5 yards to go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ahora. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Fielded at the 20. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even a quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. Davion Taylor there to bring him down.
Pick up a 3.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he'll find Moreau here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cooper. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a 1st down.
Now Cooper throwing on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards the pick up there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
On 3rd down, Felton. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run the option here on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Cooper. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, You could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
On 1st and 10, Ahora. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Loss of 5 yards.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Ahora. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Ahora. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Cardinal offense takes back over.
And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Cooper. In trouble, and he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Cooper. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now a dump off here complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Ahora firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 32.
He's tackled at the 32.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Ahora. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Back to throw is Cooper on 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
At the 49-yard line.
From the gun, Cooper fighting to stay upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The quarterback taken down and set.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Cooper. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Cooper. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive.
With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe... Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Sanders. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind the...
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Eagles on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway.
The kick
And that one ups the lead to 22-0.
Eagles 22, Cardinals nothing.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Houston set to take over.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cooper, catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
From the gun, Cooper. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Cooper now. Going to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Peters. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Cooper. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Cooper working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
1st and 10.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. They'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
It's now 4th down and goal.
They'll try and run for it. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that's going to push him back half the distance. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16.
Tackle made at the 16.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Pickup. 2nd and 6.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.